What's up, good people, and welcome back to part 2 of the hidden codes of the Bible, where I show you the numerical secrets hidden within this ancient text. Last time, we delve into the secrets of the book of Genesis regarding the story of Adam and Eve, and today we move forward with the second book of the Bible, the book of Exodus. If you are unfamiliar with my work, I recommend going back to the book of Genesis or any of my other videos where I break down the process for beginners. Okay, let's get started. When we take the book of Exodus and separate the numerical values of the vowels, aka the soul number, we get a 32, which reduces to a 5. And for the consonants, aka the personality number, we get a 21, which reduces to a 3. And when we add both of these digits together, we get the expression number, which is a 53, reducing to an 8. So we have a 5, 3, and an 8 as our core numbers. Now for the fun part. The book of Exodus tells the story of Moses, the prophet chosen by God to lead the Israelite people out of slavery in Egypt. The narrative begins with the oppression of the Israelites under the rule of Pharaoh, who stubbornly refuses to release them. In response, God sends the 10 plagues upon Egypt. The final plague, the death of the firstborn, leads to the institution of what we now call Passover, during which the Israelites mark their doorposts with lamb's blood to protect themselves from the plague. After this devastating event, Pharaoh reluctantly allows the Israelites to leave, but he later changes his mind and pursues them. At the Red Sea, Moses parts the waters through God's power, enabling the Israelites to escape while Pharaoh and his army are destroyed by the waves. The journey continues to Mount Sinai, where Moses ascends to meet God in what is called a theophany and receives the 10 commandments, which establishes the covenant between God and his people. Earlier in the story, Moses had his first theophany through the burning bush, where God revealed his presence and called him to lead the Israelites. While Moses is on Mount Sinai, the people grow impatient and, encouraged by his brother Aaron, create a golden calf to worship. This act of idolatry leads to turmoil upon Moses' return, but order is eventually restored. Throughout their journey in the wilderness, God provides for the Israelites, sending manna to sustain them. Miriam, the sister of Moses, also plays a significant role, supporting her brothers as they lead the people. Despite their struggles with faith and obedience, the Israelites are continually reminded of God's covenant and the promise of the promised land, a place flowing with milk and honey. The book of Exodus concludes with the construction of the tabernacle, where God's presence dwells among the people as they prepare to continue their journey. So, what does all of this mean? Well, with numerology, each number has a distinct frequency. So for the book of Exodus, the soul number, aka the vowels added together, represents the mind and the mentality. The 5 in this position is representative of the human, the 5 senses, 5 extremities of the body, 5 letters in the word human, etc., meaning the purposes of this book is dedicated to the people, in this case, the Israelites. The personality number, aka the consonants added together, represents manifestation on this physical plane. The number 3 is the number of communication. It is the triangle of truth, the plaintiff, defendant, and judge, the teacher, the knowledge, and the student, and so forth and so on. And when added together, we get the expression number, which is the final accumulation of the soul and the body. And the 8 is representative of authority. I personally call it the number of the businessman or the Buddha, but again, you can learn why in my previous video, Numerology Breakdown of Numbers. But the 8 is renowned as the number of authority and power, to which the 10 Commandments is mostly the central part of the book of Exodus. But we also have other authoritative figures like Pharaoh and Moses as well, who also have 8s in their numerical breakdowns. And as always, I don't want to get too far in the weeds with the metaphorical adaptations of numbers, but for those interested, there it is. And as always, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Efkaristo, and see you next time. Later.